Many have heard sermons on the parable of the talents and come away thinking that if they don't use their human talents for God's purpose sufficiently, they won't receive salvation, or that they won't have God's favor. But talents as used in the parable are not human talents as we tend to think of them in English. A talent is a weight of gold or silver, about 75 pounds. It is currency. What is the closest thing to currency that God has? It's faith. Faith in Jesus, the gospel, how Jesus died for our sins, was buried, and rose again after 3 days. How salvation is freely offered to all those who will believe on Jesus. The message of the gospel has gone out into the world, but many don't believe it. They hear the gospel, which literally means good news, yet they haven't put their faith in Jesus. Instead, they're busy digging a hole to bury what they've heard. Perhaps they just dismiss the good news, or perhaps they think it's too good to be true, and are instead trying to be good enough to be saved, or to be sorrowful enough to be saved, or to say enough prayers repenting of sin to be saved. Anything except the one thing that's required of them, faith in Jesus, in His finished work on the cross for them. Even if someone lacks perfect assurance, even if they don't seem restful, if there's a genuine moment in their life that they've believed on Jesus, Jesus knows them, and He is faithful to them. Even if it seems they've given their faith to the moneylenders, or put their faith in the bank, so to speak, better to have one moment of sincere faith than to live a life full of misplaced religious fervor and carnal attempts at righteousness. The single moment of sincere faith in Jesus results in eternal salvation. It's the only thing that will. If you've put your faith in Jesus, I pray you'll choose to exercise it. Be at rest in Jesus, confident in your sure salvation by faith alone in Jesus. Trust that God works in you, and that He is faithful to complete the work He began in you. If there's anything worthy of reward in us, it is a result of the work of God in us. Faith comes first. We exercise faith in Jesus, and God gives the increase, both to increase our faith and to manifest Christ in us. There is no place for God's children, those who have believed on Jesus, in outer darkness or hell. I think there are some also who imagine outer darkness to be a place for believers who haven't done enough for the Lord, or been good enough, or whatever. That is a fallacy that is contrary to the gospel of our salvation, and contrary to the Scriptures. For us, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, and it is God who works in us and through us, and it is God who bears fruit in us. It is not our carnal endeavor. Rather, we have faith in Jesus. We trust in the faithfulness of Jesus. In Matthew 11:28-30, Jesus says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light."